After the timeout, Mountain Mission puts it in play, leading by 13. And smart basketball right now. They're going to hold the ball, make Betsy Layne come out of the man. At least I thought they were defensively. Now Betsy Layne putting pressure out front. Gladness falls to the floor, loses the ball out of bounds. Bobcats trailing by 13. They've got to make the move. Of course, tonight they are without Shyla Kidd. Here's a three. Martin off the mark. Raznick loses it. And so the turnover is going to give it right back to the Lady Bobcats. Shelby Valley's in the house. The Bobcats are in the house. We've got boys action coming up next. After this preliminary game, girls varsity. Martin tries to go into Anderson. Knocked away but picked up by Collins. Collins with a good pass into Pente, but her pass is deflected out of bounds.
Coach was calling for 3 seconds, Eugene.
Yeah. You know, I don't think I've seen that called this year.
Haven't you?
No. You know why they widened the lane and put in the 3-second call, don't you?
What? What?
Trivia question. You got the answer?
Why they widened the lane and put in the 3-second call?
Yep.
Probably for Wilt Chamberlain.
That's exactly right. Wilt to Stilt.
Yep.
48-35, Raznick using both hands to handle the basketball. Stays on the dribble. They now start to count. And she dribbled it on the sideline out of bounds to Betsy Layne.
You know, this is a 13-point ball game. They're hanging right in there, Eugene.
There's time, but it's running short.
They're going to have to start getting some shots to fall.
Yeah, they have had a lot of shots that have gone deep into the basket and come out, but
well,
not that one.
That one went down and stayed down, didn't it?
It sure did. Maddie Collins with the basket. And we've got a foul and 2 shots coming for the challengers.
48-37. They've kept it consistently around 11 points, haven't they?
They have. I think Betsy Layne cut it to 27-21 in the first half, and then it was 30-21 at halftime. And they're staying right on their mark, missing the first one, and we'll see if Gladys Peter will make the second one. She is now 1 of 3 from the free throw line. And she hits the second one. 49-37. Anderson. And now a 3. Rolls off. Well, they look good, don't they?
Yeah, every time I see it leave their hands, I'm about ready to say that one's in, but it's going down all the way out.
She's a sophomore. She's got a good touch. 5 out is the call coming from the coaching staff, and there's a...
Almost got away with the carry there.
I think she got away with one there.
Good.
But it's Valentine's Day, and got to get home, don't they?
Yep.
The referees. What does that say about us?
We're probably in the doghouse. Good move.
She's had a pretty good floor game tonight, Amari Anderson.
Get this thing to 10, Eugene, 49-39.
And that's her first basket of the ball game. I'll tell you what I'd like to do is if we have a foul reaching in, I'd like to have just one of the restaurants that we passed that have their business tonight and pocket that and not have to work for a couple of years.
They were loaded down there. You couldn't even get out through red lights or anything.
It took, 5 changes of a light to get through it?
It's crazy.
Well, I think if you're a true basketball player, you don't care to be playing on Valentine's Day night.
Depends what kind of wife and girlfriend you have. Right?
There you go. There's a partially blocked shot by Betsy Layne. They can get it into single digits. Collins cross courts it. The extra pass, Pente, and now a three. Williams will not go. Just cannot climb over that bump, can they?
No, they can't get it to single digits, Eugene. They get right here, and they can't get it there.
And a foul by Pente. And that was close to getting a 10-second violation on Mountain Mission. 2:43 left.
Guys, after the game, we'll jump out real quick for a couple commercials, and we'll come back and name our Mingy Beef Jerky Player of the Game. Then we'll come back on a different stream with Betsy Layne, Shelby Valley Boys High School basketball here at Betsy Layne High School.
If things stay the way they are, I've got an idea who the player of the game is going to be.
Yeah.
Raznick is going to be fouled in the paint before the shot. That's going to be 4 team fouls on the Lady Bobcats. So from here on, it will be Mountain Mission with 2 shots. I haven't decided if I like this rule or not. I'm thinking no.
The 2-shot rule?
Yeah.
I don't like it. There's no pressure on the one-on-one no more, man. If you're down 2, late game decision, you got a foul. I mean, if I'm stepping up to the line, I don't have much pressure on me because I know I'm getting another one, right?
There's a 3. That might get them going.
7-point ball game, 49-42. Don't go nowhere.
12 points now for Jaden Jarrell, and they all come from behind the arc. Well, they know who to get the ball to, don't they?
There.
Assist, Raznick. Basket, Cha-Cha. Foul, and a free throw coming.
51-42. How many does that give her on the night, Eugene?
26.
Wow. How many rebounds? 12?
12 rebounds.
5 blocks?
I got her 7 blocks.
Wow. She can somehow sneak 3 more blocks in here. She's got a triple-double. And she's about ready to get one there. They called her foul.
Mm-hmm. You know, that's what makes, women's basketball so good, especially in the SEC, is the height. How many times there's a 2-pointer.
I like
good
her
shot.
game, too. She's played well tonight. Defensively, too, on the big girl. Cha-Cha. And Cha-Cha handles the ball well, Eugene.
Absolutely. I was watching the Super Bowl, if you want to call it that, as we have a timeout here. We'll talk about that when we come back. Let you hear from our sponsors. 52-44, Betsy Layne's got it inside of 10 points for the first time in a long time. And we'll see if they can finish the comeback. 1:38 to play on the D&D Sports Network.
This is Bruce Walters with Bruce Walters Kia in Pikeville. As you can see, we have the largest selection we've ever had of new Kias. And all the Bruce Walters Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and free oil change for life. So check out all the great deals on all of our Kia cars and SUVs. And don't forget to log into your Facebook and check out the Davis deal of the day. So come shop us in Pikeville or check us out online at brucewalterskia.com.
(52-44), Kevin Jones, Eugene Newsome. And a pleasant surprise to see a varsity girls basketball game we did not know that we were going to have. Cha-Cha to the basket and scores it. It might be Betsy Layne were to come back and win it. I'd still have to probably vote for Cha-Cha. Kinley, she walked with it. And they called her.
Cha-Cha was about ready to get that 8th block.
I think you got to give her the turnover, calls turnover. And you can just lob it up to her on the press. And that's what they do.
And you got her right there.
And runs the floor well, but leaves it short.
Misses the bunny.
Well, she could have 40 points if she'd made her
miss the
shot.
bunnies.
Yeah. Out Mission with some defense. I tell you what is probably surprising me more than anything that I didn't expect, and that's the speed. There's a foul against Betsy Layne. They're in a half-2 case right now, trailing by 10. I think they're a little quicker than what we give them credit for, too. We're up here high. We're not down at floor level, but They handle the pressure pretty well.
You know, and not saying that Shiloh kid playing would have won the game, but you're missing 17, 18 points a game and one of your best players. She would have made a difference.
I think it would have been a big difference. Now double figures for Rasnick. 56-44.
Betsy Layne had a big victory last night over Prestonsburg. We had to do that game. We had internet issues, but we figured it out before the boys' game. But Shiloh played in that game. But they beat Prestonsburg, I think, by about 12.
And now I think Coach Thacker is going to sub, not risk injury, trailing by 12 with 46 seconds. He brings in fresh players. To my knowledge, I don't think a sub has been in the ballgame for Mountain Mission. There's the lob inside. Good up and under move. And offensive rebound and put back good by Gladness Peter.
58-44. Mountain Mission's going to escape here, Eugene.
Yes, they are.
With a big victory over the Bobcats.
Down to 10 seconds. Then we'll be out of here with a commercial. Come back and name our Mingy Beef Jerky Player of the Game. And then we'll set ourselves up for boys action here on the D&D Sports Network. 58-44, the final, as Mountain Mission comes to Betsy Layne and improves to 14-3 on the season. Betsy Layne drops to 16-8. And we do want to go out by wishing Shiloh Kid a speedy recovery from illness. And with that, we'll be back after this timeout to name our Mingy Beef Jerky Player of the Game on the D&D Sports Network.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
No surprise who our Mingy Beef Jerky Player of the Game is going to be with a 58-44 win over the Lady Bobcats. Mountain Mission has our Mingy Beef Jerky Player of the Game, Anna Cha-Cha. 29 points, 12 rebounds, 7 blocked shots. And I don't know, did she drive the bus over?
She might have. We was following it.
But anyway, just a super performance for Anna Cha-Cha. Congratulations. She leads all scorers with 29. For Betsy Layne, they were led in scoring by Jaden Jarrell with 12 points. 8 points for Carly Williams. And 8 points, I think, for Kenley Martin, but she was in foul trouble early in the game. And 3 points off the bench for Lacey Hall, and Amari Anderson had 2 for Betsy Layne for their total of 44. Mountain Mission, as we mentioned, 29 for our player of the game, Anna Cha-Cha, 10 for Ella Rasnick, 7 for Gladness Peter, and 3 points for Dorka John, and 2 for Jessica Mangari. As the 4 starters from Tanzania, they come through and get their 14th win of the game with they're all seniors, and the junior Ella Rasnick in double figures. Entertaining game. Betsy Layne a little short-handed tonight, but they gave a good effort. And with that, we're going to step out, and we'll remind you we'll be back shortly on another stream with Shelby Valley and Betsy Layne boys high school basketball action. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's first game. And we'll see you in a few minutes on the D&D Sports.